Hi, uh, I'm in a minefield. Uh, this is what this video is all about, so it'll become more obvious as I move through it. This is a response to a comment by mgtow values this morning, who was commenting on, I think, a video I'd done for Kurt 2022. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure, but I got a comment uh, from Kurt this morning. Actually, I got two comments. I got one from Captain Bob, was it, who said, "Yeah, food for thought," you know, and then I got one from Kurt, and he said, "I enjoyed your ramblings, but," and I just woke up. I was hungry, and I thought, gee, what a day! This is fantastic. I've got food for thought. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to give a bit of food for thought, different view of it. And yeah, I really enjoyed your ramblings. I thought, look, it just doesn't get any better than that. I mean, after 30 years, I just didn't get that in the morning from my wife or family. It was always pretty negative. But then there was the but, and there's all this other stuff after it. And I looked at it. I thought, oh my God, it looks too complicated. And I thought, well, look, maybe I'll just say, thanks for the growth, and just bask in the glory of two really favourable comments. I just thought, fuck, this is good. It just doesn't get any better. And the best thing is it's the weekend, so I no longer have to feel guilty about not working as I do all week. So I can have a couple of days off. And I thought I'd just sit back and enjoy it, or why not? It's all going rather well. I'm having a good time, and it's. But then I started. I had to come back and read the reservations. The but reservation. Okay, right. Ooh, shit. Yeah, okay. And uppermost in my mind was, I thought, yeah, well, this is a type of thing that you can run into with either sex, man, woman, or anybody. And I thought, yeah, whoa, gee whiz. I looked at, I thought, oh, wow. And I started thinking, how, because I remember what I said to Kurt, about having, and that was one of the main things, if not the main thing that I was getting to, is how do you avoid the fight pit? Or let's call it the mine, the minefield. And that's what I'd said to him, and his response was, I just walk away from it. It's like, there's a minefield. You can see the minefield there, that one. Okay, yeah, Kurt would look at it and think, it says danger mines. No, I'll get my leg blown off. I won't cross that. I'll go to another field. Or better still, I'll just walk along the road and go home. Forget it. But some of us are rebel, and, we just want to see what it's like to walk through. And is it possible to walk through the minefield? Because, it really, that's a lot of it. I mean, if you keep it at a real basic level, there is no minefield. Everybody's, hi, how are you? A nice day, isn't it? Yeah, there's no minefield there. Okay. But let's be honest, most of us sort of want a bit more depth than that. So potentially, even in Kurt, I looked at Kurt's reservation, and I thought, there's a minefield. Yeah, and what I did was, I thought, okay, I could respond this way, or I could respond that way. And each time I thought, for example, I could say, I didn't say that. Oh, there you go, there's a minefield. Or I didn't mean that. There's a minefield. Yeah, seems honest. Oh, you've got me wrong. So it means I'm calling you a fuckwit, and you're going to take issue with it. You're going to get, and boom, it'll blow both my fucking legs off. So I thought, yeah. So I thought the first thing, I thought, no, don't go that way. That'll just upset him. And I don't want to upset him. It's a good day. It's happy. I'm not working. It's, couldn't get better. So why do I want to upset values? I thought, he's made a nice comment. He's complimented me. And so why do I want to turn around and upset him? Okay. He's obviously trying to get at some valid point here. And something, I'm not a mgtow person. I've been following it a bit, but, I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I'm not, I'm not mgtow like that. Or at least I don't see myself that way. So I thought, oh, no, it wouldn't go that way. And I thought, okay. And I started thinking, I think Kurt 22's got a point. Uh, you know, to actually negotiate a minefield is difficult. It needs time. Like it works. I think Values made the comment 6 hours ago now, and I've had maybe an hour and a half to think about it. If I go that way, boom. If I go that way, boom. How do I diffuse that? Boom. But if you're in a conversation with somebody, there is no time. There's no time to think. It's just bang, boom. And when I thought about it, I thought this is just and Values no doubt means well. I don't think he's meaning to start a fight, or that's his intention. I don't think he wants to start a fight. I think he's making a point. But there are so many areas that I could blow up, and that got me to thinking about it. I thought it's not a bad strategy, actually. It's if you look at a comment. I mean, like if it's just a single thought comment, well, there's not much you can do about that other than ignore it and do as Kurt 22 decided, just walk away from it, because there's nothing there. But if somebody makes several points, and each, Values made several points actually, and if you just look at it and read it and think, okay, that one will blow up, that one could blow up, this one, hang on, because I was cooking breakfast and I thought, it just occurred to me, it wasn't, it wasn't something that I'm not brilliant or anything else. It just occurred to me. I thought, what's he fucking mean? I've got responsibility. Shit. I thought I was just having fun. I was just, chatting. I like to talk. I don't see myself as, any sort of virtuous leader or anything else like that. If anything, I sort of see myself as a Merlin the magician. But I thought, my God, and it just hit me. I thought, oh, come on, man. No, Kurt 22 is, he's a grown guy. He's not going to say, oh, thank God for that. Bob said it was okay to do that. I can do it. And that's what I thought. But it did occur to me. I thought, yeah, people could actually watch this and I mean, they could even think it's okay to walk in minefields. Some of them, I suppose, But I'll make a disclaimer here: do not, if you've got any minefields, if you ever come across a minefield, if you go to a third world country or anything, and it says danger mines, don't fucking walk in the thing, okay? I'm not suggesting you do. It's an analogy. It's a whatever it is, It's a metaphor. Is that the word? Yeah. So, yeah, I just make that very fucking clear. I am not suggesting you walk through minefields or anything else is dangerous. And maybe I shouldn't have put the background up. It might be giving people the wrong idea. But I don't know. Look, there could. The thing is that people who do present things and are influential to some extent on some people, not on all people, but some people. So, yeah, I really wasn't promoting the PUA lifestyle, or at least I didn't think I was. Maybe it came across that I was. I was trying to be fair to Kurt 22 and to mgtow. I was trying to show a balanced argument, which is obviously not that easy to do, particularly if there's some animosity there, even between men and women. There's a bit of animosity there too, I've noticed, but I'm kind of over it. Moving on, but I thought when I did the video to Kurt 2022 it is, that it would come back to bite me. That like I was just sort of saying, the idea is if you can avoid the fight, that's it. They've got nothing to go on then. Yep. Okay. So tick, that one's done, and that's what I actually thought. Yeah. Well, that's really all you've got to do is just avoid the mines and that sort of thing. And after I just almost clicked, stop, and I just thought, fuck, this is going to come. I'm making this sound easy, but it's not. And I'm going to have to. I thought, sitting here being a smart ass, Bob, telling people, it's pretty simple. That's what you've got to do. But when it gets right down to it, actually doing it is. It's as I said, it took me probably 20 minutes to sort of figure out a strategy, and I don't even know if it's a good strategy. But yeah, for what it's worth, what I actually did, I don't know, maybe I don't know how you can do this. You'd have to be super quick thinking, in conversation, particularly if it's heated. So it helps if you don't. Step one is try to not react, not get heated, um, and don't react too quickly. But if she or even he, says all these things, then break it, if you can, break it down into different ideas. Um, well, this is what I did, just accidentally, and I thought, I got to thinking, and I look, no, if I talk about that one, yeah, that could blow him up, or blow me up, and if I talk about that one, yeah, that could blow up, and I got to, yeah, well, and it's something I hadn't thought about. I thought, because he said, you've sort of got a responsibility to be responsible. I thought, fuck, being responsible on a mgtow channel, the two ideas didn't go together, in my mind anyway. But I think maybe he's got a point. But it was a shock actually. I wasn't cooking. I was doing the washing up, and I just thought, fuck. People actually, I don't see, as I said, I don't see myself as a leader, or I've got the right idea. I'm not a coach, or I'm not anything else like that. All I try to do is be a bit sort of just be a bit entertaining, add a bit of niceness to the world if I can, a little bit of charm and a little bit of magic. Yeah, and maybe just give some ideas, and give potential leaders, other guys, another way to think about things. And look, I don't think it'll happen overnight. It could take some time. But some guys are going to think, oh, hang on, I hadn't seen it that way, or maybe I should look at it that way, or maybe if we just start, if I can do that, because I tend to look at things a bit, turn it around, this and that, and come up with different approaches. And see, even this, look, I don't know whether that's the right way to go. Kurt 2022's view was, no, turn away and walk away from an argument or a potential fight. And I looked at it and I thought, yeah, fine, that's I've heard a lot of people say that, but I'm rebel. Okay, so if you've had the courtesy to address me, then I have to answer you. But that's, all the other things are, no, I wasn't really supporting PUA. I find them fun, but the point I was trying to make is they have some sort of strategy to something. That was the strategy I was talking about. It was the strategic approach, not their lifestyle. And this is what this whole video is about. It's about a strategic approach. At least in text, you can read and go, yeah, no, that one will blow up, that one will blow up. And it's a good way to practice, for me anyway. And you just think, yeah, that blows up, that blows up, blows up. Okay, if I try this one, if I start off with this one, well, maybe I can get the first one. I think, yep, okay. Yeah, okay, now where do we go in the next one? And sort of gingerly walk across the minefield that way, but at least get the first step. If you can get step number one, or step number one really is just don't get it. I mean, just imagine being pissed off and walking through a minefield, being angry, pissed off about that, bang, it's just going to blow up. You really need to stay a bit calm. So that much I will say. I will say yes. You try and remain calm, and then start. Step two is try and find a piece of ground that you don't think will blow up, that doesn't look like it's a potential landmine. Not easy. Even as I said, even this morning it was difficult. And for me, it's life is like walking through a minefield the whole time with oversized flippers on. So let's make it. It's hard enough to start with it. Let's put some oversized flippers on it. Let's try walking that way. And it's. I don't see. I mean, like, I'm not making light of minefields. I know they do a lot of damage to people. I've got friends that have actually physically walked across minefields and have brain damage from it. And but yeah, you talked about the damage that's happening to men. Yeah, I think largely because we're all walking across a minefield, and that's probably what we have to learn to negotiate. Even in uh, even men to men. I notice there's a big thing on Coach Eli at the moment. Everybody's ganging up on him. Well, he's probably, and seems that I don't follow him, but it seems that he walks across the minefield and doesn't care. Bang, 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 blowing himself up all over the place. Um, and it's, but I don't know. I mean, that's what others do and what have you. But if you don't want to blow yourself up, then you need to do a couple of things. You need to, I suppose. I mean, I've never walked across a minefield, but I mean, I suppose you'd have a bit of a stick and prod, wouldn't you? That way, at least you. I don't know. Even the thought of it that's how difficult it is. But 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 that was that's what came out of it to me, and this is what Kurt 2022 was actually doing. He's got a strategy, or the PUI have a strategy for picking up women. Yeah, okay. So what's your strategy for avoiding argument beside walking away? How do you have a relationship, men or women? Without falling in the fight pit or blowing up the mines. That was the whole thing. But anyway, look, thanks for the for the comment values. I'm really enjoying this whole thing. And it's good fun. It's just good fun, and I don't want to cast a million. So I like addressing. People say things to me, and I put my own slant on it. And hopefully, I'm not offending anybody, because that's not my intention. It's just a way to just make everything just a little bit happier. Like if you can come and we have a chat about something, you throw an idea at me, and we lift one another a little bit. Just give one another. If everybody just gave one another a little bit of a lift, had a fucking holiday for a change instead of bringing everybody down, I think it might just be a bit better. But just better waking up in the morning. Like it was a blast waking up this morning. I thought, oh, beauty, a couple of really positive comments. Oh, except for this reservation. It looks like, I've got to think. I was hoping I have a day off again. Yeah. But anyway, that's. I don't know whether I've addressed your problem, but no, I don't see myself as a mgtow leader. If I can be a bit thought provoking, how about that? And give some of the guys just a little different way of looking at it. Maybe soften everything a bit. Just explain a few things, or how, maybe a couple of tips on how to do things. I don't know. That's all I can do. It's only a tiny little bit, but I'm just doing my little bit. But once again, thanks for the comments. I'll see you all later. Bye.